Welcome back from the break, everyone. We're here now with game 3 of your finals for the HoN FoC tournament number 1. Series is all tied up, 1 game apiece between What Is Your Education Son on the Legion side, and they're taking on Hmnos Yaipen here again on the Hillborn side. We're going to call them Bot because it's easier to say, and they're 5-man clan tagged as Bot. I'm What You Got, rejoined by FoC. Welcome back, FoC.
Thank you.
I'm predicting Bushwhack to either be first picked or hopefully banned so I can cast a different carry this game, but
I really hope they're going to go ahead and first ban it. I definitely think that it's a hero where they don't address it. It's just going to be like a problem they just simply can't deal with. So I hope they recognize that Bushwhack is a hero that they probably should,
No Bushwhack ban. It's first picked.
Oh, I don't think I can handle it serious.
Oh, they want Demented Shaman. That hero's banned every game, I think, so far.
And then maybe Hellborn they pick Bushwhack.
I gotta say, Demented Shaman would go nicely with Bushwhack.
Yeah.
Good defensive support plus amplifies damage by reducing everyone's armor. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, or Myrmidon. Also goes really nicely.
That's their first pick of choice is the Myrmidon. They go with Magnus though.
Bushwhack.
Okay. All right, so Bushwhack Pharaoh. I'm calling Bushwhack Pharaoh.
Bushwhack.
Now we're just chanting for a Bushwhack pick. We're like, come on, we called this. Do it, damn it. Okay, Keeper of the Forest. That didn't work out for them in game 1, but I will say I think the Keeper had a lot of impact, and also it goes really well with Demented Shaman because you heal bomb all the minions. That's a lot of damage, and damage is always good, right?
Yeah, damage is good, and so is Bushwhack.
No Pharaoh, but they go with the Bushwhack Keepers. So,
but I'm probably not the one to complain about heroes getting picked repeatedly in every game because I
filthy FA Gemini spammer and whatever else we played last tourney that I'm blanking on that you picked.
Sometimes I can just get in the mood of just playing the same hero over and over again, and I can understand if you find a hero that works well and. I'm not sure that I personally find that Bushwhack is one of those heroes that has like a lot of what do you call it? Like when you like replayability,
I'm blanking on words at the moment. I think I know what you're trying to say. Like, are you trying to say like you could keep playing Bushwhack and it doesn't like it feels fine or like
exactly? I feel like Bushwhack is one of those heroes, at least personally, where I feel like he's just like an auto tech hero, so. Personally, I kind of
okay. So it's not like stressful to keep playing like a micro intensive hero or something like that, where like you get tired or anything. It's just like it's pretty basic. You just do your thing, and it works.
But it's also a bit like he's also maybe it's just me that I just find it like I would just get bored of playing like an auto tech hero every single time.
I don't typically myself like these types of heroes because they're kind of plain. I mean, he can jump around and dodge spells and stuff, and that's all fun and stuff. But I'm more of like a silhouette kind of guy myself. I like running around and being annoying.
But I guess at the end of the day, in the tournament, you kind of push your own personal feelings about a hero aside and just pick whatever's stronger, or at least that's what you should do. So just prioritize having the strongest lineup possible. The Hellborn team, they seem to kind of, start moving back towards their original draft with the Dampier, and they also ran the Moa in the previous series where they had pretty good success with that hero. So,
I like the Moa.
Yeah.
But is it a Geo Shrunken kind of carry? I mean, it's Shrunken, yes, but maybe he'll go Nullfire and Shrunken against the Keeper.
I think he probably will opt for the previous build that he went in the previous series where he went for like Thunderclaw Geo, so I think that works pretty well in this game.
Actually true. Maybe you won't even need a Shrunken. I mean, outside of Keeper Roots, it's mostly like physical stuff, right? Oh, now they have a bubble, so maybe he'll need Shrunken.
Do you reckon it's going to be like a Magnus Myrmidon Moa tri-lane and then like a Dampier solo top and then they're going to pick another hero from mid lane?
I think that's a pretty strong possibility. Just looking at those picks, that would make a lot of sense to me. And then
is it fair?
They could even 2-1-2 and then they could even run Moa mid in like a 2-2-1 type of setup if they want. Magnus could just be off lane, but I don't think they're going to do that based on how they like to play. I think they're going to less pick a mid and do more what you were suggesting. And they actually get the Pharaoh. He goes all the way through the bands. I was actually thinking they would pick up Pharaoh because you said they like to jungle this keeper, so Pharaoh offlane would make a lot of sense. I think maybe they probably should have banned that in the second wave, but they opted with Gladiator, Sulforce, and Apex, so those all make a lot of sense anyway. They chose to leave Pharaoh open. Electrician, Bombardier, and Pyro. So those are all mid heroes they targeted, which they're gonna last pick Defiler.
I like the Defiler here. I think that's pretty good. They're liking some push hero, and I think Defiler kind of folds pretty well into their draft. She's also like a core hero, so they're running a 3-core lineup.
Yeah, they really love the tri-core. Yeah, they had what, Solstice, Drunken, Nitro last game. Yeah. So now they'll have Dampier, Defiler, Moa. All of these heroes are very good at fighting, very similarly to what they had the last game. So they're not really changing up their style; they're just changing up the hero choices.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I feel about this Bubbles pick though.
True. They have a Bubbles for mid lane here. Could be a side lane Bubbles, but I think it's mid lane.
Yeah, I think the lanes they seem rather obvious. It's probably just either they're going to run I think they're just going to run Bushwhack the mid bot lane with a keeper in the jungle, and then Pharaoh long lane, and then run the Bubbles middle. I think Defiler probably should be. I mean, it's hard to kill a Bubbles, but I suppose you can just press the Siphon Soul on him. I don't think the take cover gets rid of that, as far as I know.
I think it actually stops it.
Are you sure?
If I was a Bubbles player, I would be, but I don't play this hero. I do believe it breaks. I know it used to be where you had to, like a CD conduit, where you had to break the range, but I think it works where, like, as soon as you take cover, you break the link between you and the other hero. Because actually I am correct, because it says it breaks if you gain invulnerability or magic immunity. So Bubbles goes invulnerable when he take cover, so it does break it.
Okay.
Now I'm confident. I would bet you money.
Okay.
You want to bet? You want to bet? You want to bet?
No.
Okay, because I'm gonna win.
This.
I'm gonna beat you.
I read this.
No. I actually remember now. It's because he goes invulnerable. It breaks.
Yeah. So this fact, taking this into account, who do you reckon is favored on the mid lane between Defiler and Bubbles?
Man, I always feel like Defiler's so hard to lane against, and he's like a really dominant 1v1er because he's just got he's got 5 second. Well, I guess it scales in cooldown, but he has later on 5 second cooldown nuke, a lot of damage, and then the Siphon Soul But I think it really just comes down to the finesse of the Bubbles player. If he uses the cover really well, it's extremely mana efficient. He can spend 20 mana to block more or less like 100-ish plus mana from the Defiler every time.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of. I mean, I don't think Bubbles has a lot of kill potential against the Defiler, but
but I think the laning advantage kind of goes to him.
Yeah,
if he uses cover really well.
Yeah,
I could very well be wrong, and Defiler might just own him. I have no idea.
I mean, he might. The Defiler might not even care about the Bubbles and just focus on last hitting, and then maybe at level 6 he'll just pop ulti and start pushing or something, and Bubbles can't really do a whole lot about that.
That's why I'm under the impression that it's I would rather be the Defiler in this matchup, even if the Bubbles can dodge a lot of the spells.
I think, like, looking at the bigger picture, I don't think like this lane is like necessarily the thing that's going to be like too deciding for the game. Obviously, if one player really manages to outlast the other guy, obviously it's going to be a problem, but I think it's going to be pretty even. And I think this game is more going to be focused on whether the Hellborn side are able to properly shut down the Bushwhacker early on, as they've done in the previous games. Because I think if they just gave Bushwhacker a free lane, the draft with the keeper in the front that can root and the Demented Shaman heal and mine his armor in conjunction with the Pharaoh, I think it's going to be a lot for them to deal with. But
so going back to what we saw from Keeper the previous time, once he gets to that timing of like he wants the sorcery boots and the astrolabe, they're gonna have Demented heals, Keeper heals. They're gonna have 2 strength heroes to like be in the front. They have lots of stuns on Hellborn, but I feel like they're gonna have trouble actually securing kills on people because Bubbles is hard to catch unless they get like a really good Magnus opening on him. And theoretically, like the easiest targets to kill are going to be Bushwhack if he doesn't get caped in time from Demented. So I feel like Hellborn might run into the problem of like, oh, they have all these seals, and if Legion groups up as 5, how are they going to kill targets fast enough?
I actually think that the Legion side, they're trying to like kind of next level dodge the tri-lane by maybe putting Keeper in the enemy jungle and then running the Menace Shaman with the Bushwhack on the long lane. It seems like the Hellborn are. I mean, obviously they can't be aware of this, but maybe they're like kind of onto the plan. Or no,
check this out. The Pharaoh and the Demented both have TPs. It's almost like they're. Oh, he gives the TP to Bushwhack. So they're basically saying we want to dodge and we want to make sure we get the lanes we have. As soon as we see the matchup, we want to adjust accordingly.
I think the lanes here, they seem to be going in the favor of Legion here if they can pull it off. And I'm a bit concerned because
this is what they want, by the way, from the start. They want the Bushwhack to be against the solo.
I think Dampier is going to have a really hard. Dampier is going to have a really hard time going up against the Bushwhack to lane with a Keeper in the jungle. I don't think he can lean against that, honestly.
Keeper is even going to aggro jungle here.
Yeah, he can just run into the tower underneath, like under the tower, and probably root him in, and then that'll be the end of Dampier. Even on the tower, I'm pretty sure with those heroes.
Oh yeah, if he gets all the creeps on top of him too with the Disham heal, oh boy, that's adios. They got 2 slows to slow down the Dampier as well before Keeper comes in for the dive. We might be getting ahead of ourselves, but we're feeling anxious for this Dampier. He might end up having a bad game. We'll see. Magma's currently with boots. He's not really needed bottom. Myrmidon TP's away. So right now it's Dampier and Myrmidon against 2. Keeper is in the jungle. And Magnus might come pressure the bubbles from behind his tower, or behind his hill. Take covers, uses the apple. Or, sorry, didn't take cover, just used the shell surf and he's fine. But it's going to make it really hard for him to lane now.
Yeah. The Magma's going to run top now to try to pressure. And now the Bushwhack just... Oh, Bushwhack made a mistake. He accidentally TP'd on the tower. He must have misclicked instead of using his Lugger's hatches. So now he can't really dodge the tri-lane.
Maybe, he probably just used the wrong item slot.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
well, Magmus is, I think they even saw him. He showed himself in the lane. So the tower should have gave the information there. Maybe they were thinking about diving, but then decided no, because the creeps weren't under tower to tank the dive. Keeper is positioned offensively here to dive the Defiler, and Defiler might get caught here. This could be a root attempt. HoN comes out. This is a dead Defiler, I think. Heals up with the Siphon Soul, has the apple. He's fine. He's fine. 24 life. They needed one more auto attack.
Yeah, that's actually great.
Both mid laners feeling a lot of pressure so far. Hasted Magmus, by the way. Oh boy. Take covers.
That's it.
It's done. Is this enough damage?
No, I don't think he's gonna get rooted here. Or what? He might.
He wants it. He wants it. He wants it. Oh! Beautiful take cover there from the bubbles. Tower cleans him up, and the Keeper gets credit for the first blood.
I think that was a little bit over enthusiastic to try to tie the tower for that one.
If I had to guess, probably forgot that the take cover costs like hardly any mana, so
yeah,
probably thought he could just hit him down. Double Carp comes in top lane, some good harass.
I think
Keeper has a mana ring already with the Bloodlust. To under 3-minute mana ring. That's around the timing that a jungle Tempest with free farm gets a mana ring. So Keeper obviously doesn't farm as fast as Tempest, but Bloodlust will do the trick for him.
Yeah, so I think it's unfortunate that Magnus kind of put that haste run to waste.
He's positioned for another dive here in top lane. They have the jump fear from Dampier. So they want the
look at the bottom lane.
Wait, hold on. We have a stun combo. Bushwhack gets caped. He's fine. He gets to safety, but there's the jump from Dampier. They take him out. Good patience by the Dampier. Didn't use his flight until after he jumped away.
Oh, I missed it.
But yeah, bottom lane, you were saying?
It was just the keeper was kind of sneaking his way into on the Moa from the left side, but I think he was mindful of it. Although I'm a little bit kind of confused by the fact that Moa has been sitting on like full mana for the past like 3 minutes or so. Just now he finally puts out his
good damage.
Wait, that's a kill
on the keeper. Is this a kill? It is. That's a level 3 acid bomb.
Yeah,
a lot of damage from the Moa, showing off his power there.
Yeah, he's just been holding on to this acid bomb for the entire time. It's like just choosing not to harass the Pharaoh with it, which was a little bit surprising to me, but. I would also
maybe he wants to keep the lane. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Maybe he wants to keep the lane where it is, and he doesn't want to push the wave. Meanwhile, top lane, the Magmas dies again. Bushwhack has the keeper armor on him, survives. Very low on life. Yeah. Kind of wish I saw the beginning half of that, but they're chasing to try to kill him. Myrmidon. Oh, the heal bomb, which comes in with the keeper minions. He just melts the Myrmidon, and he falls. Bushwhack is like on a expedition here, just trying to juke and jive. Even creeps at this point, so low, but he's fine. He's got the safety net of his tower. It was a level 1 heal bomb, by the way. How's mid lane going? Haven't really focused too much on this. 21 and 0 bubbles, 22 and 3 defiler. So
it looks very even. I think there was just the kill bubbles got on the. On the top lane that kind of sets him a little bit ahead, and also the fact that Defiler had to run back after she nearly got first blood. There's a dive heavy.
Bubbles has the boots advantage currently. Defiler, I think, just bought her boots, and 3 players are up here top lane for both teams. So we'll have a Magmus initiation on the keeper, but he's invis with armor on him. Level 2 keeper armor.
The computer's actually really doing pretty well farm-wise.
30 last hits, yeah, 1-0, and they've been playing pretty aggressively as well, like going for tower dives and stuff. Moa is also doing very well bottom. He's 24 and 21 denies against the Pharaoh, 11 and 2. Oh, this lane is very heavily won. He's got level 6 now with Ghost Marchers, could give the Master's Call across the map, which is one of the big benefits of running a Moa. Have that global presence to shield your teammates. Could even maybe put it on the Defiler for like a dive with the ultimate.
Yeah. Especially now with the Ghost Marchers, I think it's going to be really hard for the Pharaoh to pick up any last hits in this lane. I think he's just going to deny her creep. Yeah, I mean, I know Moa is favored against Pharaoh, but it still seems like it's a little bit too one-sided. I feel like he's not doing. I mean, he's literally just sending he's sending his tormented souls on the other lanes. Like he's basically just like giving up his lane. So
Yaipen Soul comes out mid lane, pretty good pressure. He doesn't take cover to break it though. I'm a little surprised. I'm wondering actually if he knows he can take it off. Keeper coming in from the flank here. No level 6, so try just to root him up. Doesn't also have the, oh, now he gets the marchers delivered, so he can chase a bit better. Oh, some good damage coming in on the bot lane on the Pharaoh. Doesn't have mana for a hook or even to follow it up with a wall. It's just kind of sitting down here. Mid lane we have a dive. Magmus stuns up the keeper. Defiler very low. Pops the heal there. Gets the mana back. Meanwhile, top lane, there's a little action going down up there. Demented Shaman falls. Cape was also procced, and there's chase is still happening. Bubbles wants the Defiler. One more hit. He gets fogged, though. Goes for the Shell Surf Snipe. Nice sidestep from Defiler. There's the Master's Call, though. That might have taken him out if he hit it.
That was beautiful.
Good baits coming in from Hellborn. They get the overextension, but they also aren't able to punish it at the same time. Shaman ports back into the top lane. That's Cape off cooldown for 20 seconds. They should be able to see that, right? They know the Cape is down because they don't see the animation.
Yeah, I think
they're not going to go for a dive here. Ampere's only level 5.
Oh, that was close.
Keeper coming in for a gank. I think, was that spotted? There's a Rev Ward coming down. Defiler pops the Unholy Expulsion. Keeper is melting so fast. Wow, that damage.
My intuition says it was spotted.
Yeah, they must have seen it on this. Oh, they have a Rev Ward in the top river. I think that's how they saw it. They saw him coming. Information is crucial.
Yep.
And Moa almost has his brass knuckles.
I think this Defiler ultimate's a good use.
Do you know by chance, do you get charges on Knuckles when you Masters call your teammates who get assists or who get kills?
Any assist usually rewards you with a.
I know Valk doesn't get him with ultimate anymore. Keeper root top lane, by the way. Hold that thought. It's my own thought, but hold that thought. Nobody's dying just yet. Magma stuns up one. Counter initiation from the Pharaoh. Doesn't have. He does use the mummy wall. Locks in most of his own teammates, but they do get 2 kills. Magma's out of mana right now. Currently mana potting. Gonna get sniped out by the bubbles, and it ends up being 3 dead kills for the Legion side.
And so I believe that the reason why Medford doesn't give you stacks on the Valkyrie anymore is because her ultimate doesn't give you assists. I think that was the change, if I'm not mistaken. So when you ult someone and they get a kill, you don't get any assist. And I think it's the assist that actually gives you or a kill that gives you the Medford's charge, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I think, so it's for every hero kill or assist that you get from it in the game. So I would assume that if you ulti someone on the MOA, which subsequently leads to an assist, then you actually do in fact get a Medford's charge.
The top lane gets pushed rather freely after they won that fight. They decide not to port up there to try to defend it. Probably the best option. The Defiler was not in a position to defend. He decided to stack up the jungle instead for Dampier, but he's only level 7. See if he maybe still cleans these stacks up pretty nicely. Pharaoh has a hook in 5 seconds, but they do not go into the jungle here just yet. The Mendichamon has a ward. He's going to spot out both the Magmus and the Dampier. Pharaoh is going to hook onto the Magmus. Cape is popped here by the Mendichamon. Tower to spawn on the bot lane while this is happening. They take out the Dampier. Magmus activates his Steam Bath, and Defiler's here. You're going a little bit YOLO there into the Keeper, even with ultimate up. She falls really fast. Bubbles gets turned on as well. Didn't have take cover or shell surf available to escape. He did lock them down with the Kelt, but there was no follow-up pressure. Bushwhack uses a health potion. They're maybe thinking about re-engaging here. Keeper gonna lead the way. Try to scout them out. Maybe get a auto-attack root off, but... Oh, Myrmidon! Myrmidon! Nope. He's not gonna try to open there.
Really?
They have a numbers advantage here, 4 versus 2. Keeper root was still available, and that's why they're feeling very confident here. Moa goes down as well as the Fishman. And Bushwhack. Oh, he dodges the Magma stun. Now they can turn it. Magmus gets caught here as well. Wave of Death sidestep again from the Bushwhack, and all of a sudden he gets a hat trick FoC. Jumps up to 415 gold per minute.
Starting to look like a bit of a repeat of the last game, with them grouping up and getting some pretty good team fight from that.
I feel like the team bot does really well in laning phase, but then they what is your education son is very good at rotating and grouping up.
I think it's also the hero composition. Oh, that's a
Magma stun hits one. Counter initiation from the Pharaoh. The Wheatfield lines up. Keeper of the Forest holds his ground with the cape. He's on the run now. Dampier gets slowed up from the Demented Shaman. Master's Call on the Defiler as well. Keeper's trying to juke and jive in the trees. He does avoid the flight, but he does get nuked down anyway. Bubbles now on the run. Gets stunned up by the Moa, and he will fall. He's a sitting duck or a turtle.
That was a nice turn for the health point side.
Yeah, did they get the deny? No, Bushwhack got the last hit on the tower. So they get the tower, but they die on 3 players.
I think from all 3 games, this is the best early game that Bushwhack has had so far.
400 GPM, 6 and 2 with that death he just had. The Defiler ultimate is up. They're looking to take out this tier 1 tower. Keeper puts the armor, level 3 on the tower. They should still be able to bring this down, I think. No root for 15 seconds. And no Pharaoh hook as well. It's going to be a hard tower to defend. But, you know, with the nukes from Bubbles and Pharaoh, they might be able to hold it. Bubbles gets caught here, and he will get stunned down. He does fall. Keeper roots. Fall back.
Oh, that's really, really good for him.
Keeper's going to fall as well here. So 2 kills plus a tower. The mid and jungler. And Keeper's actually being delayed by a couple more minutes now. It's kind of slowing down his momentum. He's 226 gold per minute, which is not the most flashy, but he's set up 10 kills so far. He's been in 10 out of the 11 kills. Moa goes for Energizer and already has another 1200 gold saved up. 450 GPM. Actually a little bit behind the Defiler. 460. Just got nopes.
But they're kind of in a pretty good spot with like 3 cores.
Oh, it's dead. He gets caught.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. No way. No, okay.
That was
I was going to say, he makes that escape, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, as I was saying, they were kind of sitting in a pretty comfortable spot with like 3 cores above 400 GPM. Whereas the Legion currently have 0 heroes with above 400 GPM. So, a little bit unfortunate that he got picked off there, but I mean, these things happen occasionally. So, kind of working, like, sort of building the somewhat similar items as they did in the game 1 with the Dampier going Energizer and another, like, I think he was playing Corrupt Disciple the first game instead of the Moa, and now somewhat similar items as well. It seems like he's looking to buy the Thunderclaw as well. So I assume he's just going to go for the same route as he did in the previous series when he went Thunderclaw into Geometer's Bane.
Yeah, okay. Looks like he's going the same route.
I think it works well in this game. They'll have a pretty decent mix of physical as well as magic damage, which is just in general you kind of want to try to, like, you know,
you kind of want to down here. They're going to defend this tower.
To divide your damage, unless you have some really strong, like, kind of physical implication or magic damage implication, you generally want to try to, like, you know, have a mix of both the physical and magic damage, just so it's really hard to itemize against it. I think something like a Thunderclaw would kind of give them more magic damage. So.
Yeah, they're going for an early Concord here. 15 minutes. They have level 1 Dampier Aura, which seems like it's enough. Even just level 1, giving life shield to everybody. Ooh. Oh, the rocket! He stops the Concord! What a Pharaoh rocket! Oh man, I think, is that the first Conch steal we've seen of the day? That was awesome.
I think that's. I don't think I've seen a Pharaoh steal with his Tormented Soul in a very, very long time.
Oh man, that is hard to do, by the way. I mean, that is 200 magic damage, and you got 5 people hitting the Kong, and Kong has like a ton of magic armor. So, like, I don't even think that does full damage. So,
and you have
very impressive snipe from Pharaoh.
You have no vision either, so it's basically like, you know, grabbing a gun. You're grabbing a gun and just shooting and just hoping you hit someone.
Oh man, that was awesome. And now they can get a token because Bushwhack can do their own Kong. They have a Kong team as well.
That was very, very clutch, I gotta say. But the Hellborn, they have a ward here, right? Yeah, they have a Hellborn. They have a ward in this. They might be actually able to protect
yeah, they do. They have a ward in the pit. Who can steal it though? Can they get someone in there smoked up, maybe?
But the Moa just died on bottom. That's actually a really bad film. I don't know if they can. Oh, now Merman running in by himself.
The Merm kind of stalled the steal because the Filer was smoked up. This is not exactly how they wanted to do this. I think they wanted it to get low and then come in.
Yeah, I don't know what they're planning to do, but this is.
They might get the keeper here though. Okay, so Bushwhack is forced to fall back. He's got Shaman with him. Gets silenced up. He can't jump anymore for a few seconds. There he goes and gets a jump. Magma's trying to get in range for a target to stun. A Pharaoh.
Wait. What?
Yep.
Oh, Bubbles dodged the ulti from the Dampier.
Oh, that's nice. Magma's gonna get killed here as he had stun down. He stunned up the Pharaoh. I was hoping he would hold his stun for the Bushwhack. Now Dampier's kind of stuck with his spells down, can't find an auto attack target, and Defiler forced to fall back. Myrmidon just hit a weed field on the bush.
These games are just so back and forth.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And I think, to be honest, that all comes down to, like, they didn't coordinate like how they wanted to take that Kong fight on Hellborn. Yeah. Like, the Myrm kind of ran into vision, but the Defiler wanted to smoke up and steal the, like, wait till it's low. So kind of just made it all chaotic, you know? Like, they had to adapt the plan at that point. Alright, so this will drop a token. Bushwhack will drop some item over to Shaman. I think it's this hatchet, or just leave it on the floor. And then it's got token now.
I feel like if he forces the Demented to carry his hatchet, something's wrong.
Hold my hatchet, damn it! I need that hatchet later. You don't need that minor totem. This game is 7 gold lead for 119 now, but you get my point. It's about as close as it can be at 18 minutes.
Yeah. Which lineup do you think is favored? Like, as the game progresses, if the net worth just stays at like a completely even even stayed.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, they have Tricor on Hellborn, right? So
Yeah.
theoretically, they have more like manpower the longer the game goes on. But as far as like, you know, I mean, they still have the Keeper threat. Like Keeper Root kind of locks everybody down. You have that window to just beat on everyone with your carry. You can never underestimate the Keeper power. They're gonna find Magnus here hiding in the trees. And he just dies instantly. Two-man kill field in the back, holding them down. Rather the Pharaoh hits onto the Dampier, they're going to wall him up. He can maybe jump out of this if he gets the heals. He does, but he gets a nice fear, but it's not going to be enough. The Weevil comes in. 3-man Carp as well. And they also lost Moa in the process. So Magnus fell, and then it was like another domino effect. They just got caught one by one as the kelp field came out really nicely in the background as well.
This is really starting to swing in the way of.
Oh, a DD on Bushwhack. He loves the DD runes.
Yeah.
He's two-shotting everyone. He's gonna go for the Merm in the base, and he has the token, so he's feeling confident to do this. And this could be a 20-minute Rax here. It'd be hard to find into token Bushwhack here with most of the Hellborn team respawning. Is one Rex like the end of the world though for Hellborn? You think they can still come back from one Rex?
If I have to be honest with you, I feel like that was just kind of the end of the game.
Because as far as like a resource spectrum is concerned, it's not really like that bad. But I will say, like the earlier you get these Rexes, the harder it is to like. You always have to defend them, and it becomes a nuisance like throughout the game. They're gonna just decide we're gonna throw in the towel here and go to game 4. So, what is your education? Takes game 3. The token snipe from the Pharaoh kind of just domino affecting everything from that point forward. It felt like really even game up until that point.
Yeah, that was like a sort of like mental warfare. I think they just lost it, like the mental battle when that happened. I would have lost the mental battle at that point.
Oh, they were bad.